back to a brand new video. Uh, Thank you guys a lot for the support that you guys have shown on the previous video where I explained everything about the misunderstanding going on between me and the people that have subscribed to the BLW trading channel. Really means a lot, and I'm happy so far. Things are really good and have cleared out a little bit of misunderstanding that was built up. Saying that, having said that, moving onwards with our content for this channel for the new year, I thought I'd show you guys one of the most powerful strategies in trading, in the online trading world, not just binary options or forex, but trading world in general. This strategy is really powerful if you use it correctly. If you know how to use it, it's gonna be one of the most lower risk or risk-free rewards you can strategies you can say, and it's one of the oldest strategies as well. And ever since online trading has become mainstream, this strategy has been there since the beginning, and I think it's gonna be there in the future as well. It's not going there anywhere anytime soon. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into the support and resistance strategy today. I'm gonna explain it to you guys how to trade it and how to take an entry point first, and then if the video is not longer, I'll show you guys how to trade it as well. But if not, if the video is long enough, I'll show you guys how to trade in another video. I do have a video on support and resistance on IQ options on my channel, but I feel like it's not very well explained and I'm not really happy with it, so I'm gonna have to make a new one as well. So we'll see if we can do it today or not. By the way, apologies for the background noise. Like I said, I traveled. My setup is not with me, my equipment is not with me, so there's gonna be a lot of background noise. Apologies for that. So, what is support and resistance? First of all, you guys have to understand what support and resistance really is, right? So, support, you can already tell. Support is something that supports you, right, in general. So, in the trading world, support is a line or an area that helps the price move up. For example, you'll see the prices coming down, right? The price is gonna move like this. Oh, it's right here. Okay. And touches the support, sometimes goes even lower. My OCD is kicking in. I have to be perfect with my drawing. Okay. And sometimes the price will come a little bit below the actual support, and then guess what happens? Continues back up, right? This is support. Let me put a text here real quick. Now, support. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So this is a support area or a support line. Now, when I was a beginner, I used to draw my support like this, only one line, and then the price would drop a little bit down and then continue up. So I figured out that there is always a support or resistance zone, not just a single line. There is always this area where you expect the price to reverse from, right? So I'll show you guys this later on. I don't want to confuse anybody. For now, we'll keep it really simple. And this is what a support looks like. Price bounces back off. This is what a support looks like. And a resistance, as you can tell, is something that stops you, right? What is the meaning of resistance? Resistance means something that stops you, something that creates a stopping force. So what does a resistance look like? It's the complete opposite of support. So you have an area where you see the price is approaching from the bottom like this, right? The price, oops. You see the price is approaching this area, sometimes really fast, sometimes really slow, and you expect the price to reverse from this area. So it comes up, touches this area of your resistance, and then drops or reverses, right? Let me put a text here so you guys understand that this is the resistance. Now, how do I trade support and resistance, right? And to be honest, it's completely different in Forex and binary options, I would say. In binary options, what I would like to do is I would like to see where the price is reversing from, so I will pick and draw a line like this. Now remember, when you're drawing your support and resistance, you must have a lot or as many points or as many wicks you can get into that line. The more, the better, right? So now you can see the price did come up a little bit, what I was talking about earlier. So this is going to be your resistance zone or resistance area. And similarly, the same thing for the support, right? There we go. Now we are expecting the price to reverse from these areas. How I trade support and resistance in binary options is that I will, now that the price has reversed from it, I will wait for the second touch, for the second time the market to come and then reverse. If it's more than 2 times, I will not look at that area. I will go for something else or some other pair. For example, over here you can see the price has tried it 2 times, but since it was 2 consecutive candles, I like to count it as 1. So I'm waiting for another retest or retrace, and I will trade this as a resistance. But over here, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, matter of fact over here as well, 4. So we would like to stay away from this area. If anything, I will be looking at this single tested area over here. You guys understand? You guys get the picture that I'm trying to portray to you guys? So this is how I like to trade support and resistance in binary options. 1 try and 2 try. The first try you're not gonna get, of course. So it's better to do it on the second try. Sometimes even the third try, but anything more than 3 times is really risky. And it can go either way. So I like to stay away after the third time or the second time. Depends on the market, depends on the volatility. So that's how I trade in binary options. In Forex, however, in Forex it's a completely different story. In Forex, the bigger time frame you go to, the better. Because you can see the bigger time frame. You can see I marked out some of the trades over here. Let me just clear that out. So as you can see over here, clearly you can see this is a really strong resistance because the price just came up to this area and just dropped. Boom. No, you can see there's no retracement, just a wick over here, and then it's just dropping, right? So if the market comes up over here for Forex, I will trade it the second time and the third time. It's fine. But like I said, the bigger time frame you go to, the better. So sometimes I will go to daily, even daily, and sometimes weekly to get better results and bigger results. You can catch more pips if it's a bigger time frame related support and resistance. But if you're looking for scalping, you're looking for a short entry and a quick exit, you can go to the smaller time frames like the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and that's it. I don't trade anything lower than this unless I really have to. I don't have time some days and some time like this. So that's when I go down to the shorter time frames. So this is how you trade in Forex, right? You go for the bigger time frames, you wait for the second and the third touch, and that's it. Anything more than that, I don't trade, I stay away from it, just like binary options. So in binary options, you can do it on any time frame. This is a strategy that can be applied to any time frame, but is better if you apply it on a bigger time frame. Like for example, the minimum I trade this on is a 1 minute time frame. Anything lower than this is really risky, really choppy. Sometimes you don't get the direction, the general direction of the market, and so yeah, that's why. One more thing, before trading support and resistance, it's really good to go to the bigger time frames and get the overall picture or trend of the market. For example, now you can see the market's making lower highs and lower lows, so it's in a downtrend. Sometimes it's even better to go for bigger time frames. You can see it's a really strong downtrend, and the market could be reversing over here because it could be approaching a previous support or any other structure. So it's really good to go into the bigger picture to see what's happening in the smaller picture. Right now you can see the market is reversing, is creating higher highs and higher lows. If the market breaks below this structure, it's going to continue downwards. So there's so many things that you can combine to make a really perfect entry, right? You can see and you can be like, yes, this is a trade I can take with 100% confidence, and trust me, those are the trades you are going to win. Now, this is one way of trading support and resistance. The other way, which is the most, you can say, most successful way of trading support and resistance is when, for example, we're going to start with resistance. There's a resistance right here, right? And then a candle comes and, oops, candle comes up and closes like this, right? Let me select. So, oh, it's a really light color. Okay. What if we make it like this? Is it better? There we go. So bullish candle comes up through a resistance and closes like this, no wicks. This is a really strong candle. So this indicates that the resistance has been broken. So what are we going to do? How are we going to trade this scenario, which is the trader's favorite scenario, I can say, through experience? We will wait for the candle or for the market to come back down and test this area once again. As soon as the market does that, what are we going to do next? Oops, let me just, okay. What are we going to do next? You will see that when a support or resistance is broken and the market comes back and retests the same area, the market usually tends to reverse heavily from that area, from a previously broken structure. This is what the market likes to do. When it comes back to test a previously broken structure, this is what the market likes to do, and it will create this wick at the bottom indicating, oh my god, my OCD is gonna kill me if this line doesn't come in the middle. Okay, you know what, we're gonna try like this. There we go. Okay, so the market now this week is showing that this is a really strong support. Now it was a resistance, it has broken, now it's become the support, so it's a really strong support. You can see the reaction, and now the market is gonna. Now another thing, like I said, you pick a support and resistance. Now this previously acting resistance is now a support, and now we will only trade the first and the second retracement, meaning the first time the market tests it and the second time the market tests it sometime in the future, and that's it. That's what we are going to trade it like one time, two time, and that's it. Oh my god, my apologies. There we go. So we are only going to trade the first attempt, and the second attempt for a previously broken structure. Just like the normal support and resistance, we are going to trade a broken structure only the first and the second time. Now, what about this was about the previously acting resistance becoming a support. Now, what about a support that has become now a resistance because the market has broken down or broken through it, and now it's a whole completely different story. So we have a candle comes down really strong, no wicks. Remember, sometimes the market likes to fake it out, so we wait for candles like this, no wicks, really strong movement. Now this was a support, right? What happens? Market breaks through. Now it's a resistance. Market comes up, retests the area, right? And what happens? What happens? I want you guys to guess what happens before I do it. Yep, you guys guessed it right. At least I'm hoping you did. This is what happens. The market tests the structure and boom, just drops. Now this is the first attempt. We would only trade, guys, remember, only the first and the second. The first you will not trade because you don't know what's gonna happen. You cannot predict the future. So the first attempt is our clue, is our signal. We wait for the second attempt, and that's where we enter. The most successful way of trading, guys, remember, in binary options and Forex, the most successful way to trade support and resistance is for you to wait for the market to break a structure, change the previously acting support as to a resistance, and a previously acting resistance to a support, and then we enter on the second attempt, and we all make money and we all go home happily. That is it, guys. Simple. The most powerful strategy in trading in online trading world, in the history, in the present, and it's gonna be the same in the future. So rewatch this video as many times as you would like to. I want you guys to grab a pen and a paper and write it down. Draw it on your own. Go back to the markets. Go back to the markets and apply this. Apply this to your own charts, and you will see what I am talking about. Let me show you guys real quick. So what happened over here? This was a support. The market went up, broke through. Look at this, guys. Look at this candle. 4-hour candle just smashing through the support, right? Smashing. No wicks. Just a little teeny tiny wick at the bottom. That's it. It's okay. What happens, guys? What happens? Let me grab the drawing tool. Where is it? Where is it? Is it here? I think it's here. Nope. Over here? Yep, brush. Okay. What happens over here, guys? Look at this. The mark is it's retesting the previously broken support, and now it's becoming a resistance. You can see this rejection over here. You can see this big rejection over here, this one, this big rejection over here, and the market finally, look at this candle breaks through once again, and now The previously acting support, resistance, is now once again a support. And now the market's rejected from here 1 2 3 times, and then it breaks through. So this is how it continues. This is what's happening on all the time frames. Market keeps breaking through, market keeps retesting. This is where we like to make money, for short term and for long term. So for example, if you're looking for a long term, you can enter over here on the second test of this, because this was a really big movement. But if you want to make shorter term profits, you can go into the present, which what's happening at the present. Look at the price action and then enter. Don't just enter because the market is broken. Enter after a rejection and something of more. The more confluences means the more clues, or the more signals that you get, the better for your trade overall, right? The more profitable, the more chances of having a profitable trade, and the less chances of having a loss. So I really hope you guys understood. The video is getting really long, so I cannot show you guys how to trade it now live on IQ options or on the Forex. But in the future, guys, in the coming future, shortly, I will show you guys how to trade it on IQ options and on Forex. So until then, guys, rewatch this video as many times as possible to get a better understanding. And also, one more thing, guys, go to my channel, subscribe, and right next to the subscribe button there is going to be a bell icon. Click on that and select all notifications, because in the future I plan on doing a live stream, and I don't want to go live and nobody gets the notification and nobody comes joins the live stream. So I don't want to stream it like for like only 5 people, at least 10. Something more than that will be really, really good for everybody, and for me it gives me the motivation. So I'll be doing more of those. So please remember to turn on all the notifications on my videos on my channel. And God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video really soon. Peace.